Houston Texans have to re-sign some people. One of the other names, Dalton Schultz. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of TheLead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. Let's talk Dalton Schultz. Ladies and gentlemen, Dalton Schultz was just with the Houston Texans this previous year, and as we saw, Schultz was a solid tight end. I think the overall feel with him for me was he was a bit underwhelming, and I don't know if many other Texans fans have the same feeling, but in my opinion, I'm looking at Dalton Schultz, and I thought he was a little bit better than good. He was average and showed glimmers of being a good tight end. He was most of all mediocre. And before I get into that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 8K. You know, it's exciting times here on TheLead where it's all Houston all the time. Make sure you smash that like button. Easiest smash of your life. Drop your comments down below. How do y'all feel about the Houston Texans maybe bringing back Dalton Schultz? Maybe they don't. What is your opinion? Let me know in the comment section. You know I'll reply. Underwhelming was the feel I had grabbed from Dalton Schultz this previous year with the Houston Texans. Now, I do like the argument that you want to keep that connection between Dalton Schultz and CJ Stroud. I understand that. But when I look at his market value on SpotRack, they got him marketed around $11.5 million. That is something they are predicting for Dalton Schultz's new contract this year. $11.5 million. Are you actually sold, Texans fans, on giving Dalton Schultz almost near an $11.5 million contract? But at the same time, when you look at free agency and the tight ends listed in free agency, it's not that great. And Dalton Schultz is the best tight end out on the market. Could some other team maybe force their way and pay a little bit more for a Dalton Schultz because they think he's a little bit more valuable to them than he is to us? I felt underwhelming just because I've seen previous tight ends in this system really transform this offense. I saw what Owen Daniels did with my own eyes, and he was absolutely magnificent as a tight end here with the Houston Texans. I did not see those glimmers of just pure awesomeness from Dalton Schultz. I just didn't see it. At times, he's lackadaisical in the run game. He's just not consistent enough at blocking, so there's times where you're running the ball and, flip a coin whether or not he's blocking or not blocking. And that's something that, you get upset at when you see these kinds of things in the video, in the footage, and you're like, But then you see some other aspects of Dalton Schultz where he is blocking down the field and he is being that animal, So Dalton Schultz has the size, has the build. Can he be anything better than just a good tight end? The Houston Texans definitely need something more than just a good tight end. Could they replace him with somebody else? I have no clue. When you look at free agency, like I mentioned earlier, the list isn't great. Noah Fant isn't a bad option. That's the one that immediately grabs my attention. 27-year-old tight end Noah Fant, previously just with the Seattle Seahawks. Before that, the Denver Broncos, a part of that Geno Smith trade. Overall, Noah Fant's not bad. He's a willing blocker. He has that big body type that is typical of the other good to great tight ends in this league. Maybe there is something to his game that Bobby Slowick and the Houston Texans offensive minds want to work with in the future. Who knows? He's one name. Hunter Henry is another. And Hunter Henry was actually a really good tight end coming out of Arkansas. Played with the San Diego Chargers at the time. Now with the New England Patriots. The Patriots offense is absolutely anemic. I wouldn't go based off what his stats said these previous years with the Patriots. His market could go down. He's at a $7.5 million according to SpotRack. I would expect his market a little bit lower than that, possibly. But again, there isn't many tight ends out there. You do have to look at his injury history, though. But as of recent, very clean in terms of his health. So Hunter Henry, Noah Fant, those are two guys that I'm looking at as replacement levels for a Dalton Schultz. Who are you looking at, or do you want to bring back Dalton Schultz to the Houston Texans? Gut reaction says no. I'm not entirely sold on it. Maybe a $9 million contract, which is something you gave him just this last year, or maybe a $10 million contract. Who knows? I'm willing to go up to 10, but anything past that, I'm just not completely sold. Maybe someone in the comment section can sell me. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.